So, Chris and yours truly was very lucky to run a value investors group in Pune. So what exactly we do by running a value investors group is, it's about the stock markets. And 3 years back we had an idea that why not people who are passionate about the stock market and the equity and the investments meet on a common floor and discuss ideas. And here we were, handful of us, 5 or 6 of us. The idea was to come up with one equity stock each. And suppose if I like a company, say, let's say Reliance Industries. Have you all heard of Reliance Industries? No? Okay. So let's talk about MRF. That's what Chris said. You know, you've heard about MRF, right? So, so say I come up with a stock and say I like investing in MRF. So I come out and give my thesis, my logic behind investing in MRF. That MRF makes tires, that MRF has less equity, it's a cheap stock, the valuations are low, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What are the other 5 or 6 people supposed to do? They are supposed to trash me. They are supposed to cheer far karni and meri. In what sense? They will say, MRF, there are better options than MRF. Why MRF? Why not SEAT? Or why not JK Tires? Or why not some other stock which is in the tire industry? Similarly, so we guys, after doing this, we came up with some amazing stock picks 3 years back. And those stocks have really, really zoomed well. If I will name those stocks, so we identified Canton Homes at 220 rupees. It was Chris's stock. We identified Ugar Sugar at 4 rupees. It was 64 now. The recent high was 64 rupees. Identified Avanti Feeds very early at 800 rupees. It became 4,500 rupees. So why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because if you want to invest in the equity markets, in the stock markets, you need to form a small group who will analyze and come up with their own thesis. Now there are a lot of analysts, they analyze fundamentally, some analyze technically, but in the stock market, you have to have your own conviction and you have to have your own confidence. Only then and then can you make a killing in the stock markets. So you have to buy right and sit tight in the stock markets. One small story I'd like to say, how we go about investing in the stock markets and how we derive conviction. So, you know, there was a group of frogs and there was a frog race. So what happened was, they were all told that you have to climb this mountain. There was a tall mountain ahead of these frogs and they were all asked to climb the mountain as a race, as a part of the race. Some frogs looked at the mountain, it was too tall and too high. Some of them said, oh my God, I'm not entering the race. They moved aside. Some of them, at the start of the race, they started moving at the gunshot. They moved ahead, they kept on moving ahead. One of them said, oh God, I don't know how I'm going to climb this up. I'm so tired already. And that frog moved out. Listening to that frog, 2 other frogs moved out too. There was one frog that just kept on going and going and going. And it finally reached the mountain top. And when it looked down, and it saw that it was the only frog who had reached the top of the mountain. And it saw all the frogs lying down in front of it. And it was wondering, how come they did not reach the mountain or they didn't try? So do you know why this frog reached the mountain? Because it was deaf. It did not hear other frogs saying that I can't do it. Let's not do it. Forget it. This was the frog. It was a deaf frog, and that is why it reached the mountain. So friends, if you have the conviction and if you have the confidence, become a deaf frog in the stock market and you will always be a winner. Learn a lot from this man, Christopher Rodriguez. He is He's really a fantastic guy to learn from. He's in Bandra. Please go to him and please meet him and ask for his advice. He's an ever-giving fellow. And I'll end my small talk here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a patient listener. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Gautam.
We'll have some frog's legs, yeah?
Okay. Gautam, much appreciated. You come on.